Hello everybody, I'm almost ready to go live. Kalon unfortunately is not feeling great, and he's not, hopefully he's around in chat, but he is feeling like his usual stream of consciousness commentary is going to be a little hard on his throat, so he's got the night off. Wonderboy should be around somewhere. He'll be joining us soon, I expect. So it's only me for now. I am not going to be able to provide a very insightful overview of the teams, but let's have a quick look at what we're dealing with. So Scrofulla's team here is still waiting for the level. He's cutting it fine. So we'll see what he gets on his Saurus. I think the discussion last time was probably Mighty Blow. We'll see. So he is completely unharmed from his last match. No new purchases. He's Cobra 3. I think Cobra 3 may have been his fresh purchase. 130k in the bank, so he has 40k, but I think he's the overdog. We always talk about how fantastic his skinks are. He's got a couple of really amazing skinks. He's got a couple of strength 5, but otherwise not, monster Sauruses. But strength 5 is going to be really, really nice against those black orcs. So let's have a look at Will's team. The Orc Hard Thieves. Again, not very damaged. Great, yeah. Thanks, Kalon. The AV Busaurus did indeed get taken out the back and shot in the head, I think is what happens. So yeah, just the one miss next game. A nice blitzer. A shame to have him out, and the lack of tackle is a little bit of an issue against skinks. So a little bit more freedom for the skinks to make big plays. There is indeed finally a fourth black orc. Oh, I didn't mean to click on it. Nice and skillless, ready for the 1 in 9s. Keep us all on our toes. Not a very skilled troll, but guard and troll, it's going to be really, really useful against those two strength 5 Saurus. He might get a little ganged up on, we'll have to see, or he may just be avoided. And Painton Orking second, an obscenity of anti-orc build. At least he's only Ad 4. I'm not sure if there was somebody in this league that had Ad 5 orc, but still pretty bad. Blodge Ad 4. And the other Ad 4 blitzer to catch the ball in a clutch. So I think it's going to be a really interesting game. Both fantastic coaches, well used to going far in the league and the cups. I think Will was a finalist, if I'm not totally mistaken. So I think it'll be a pretty vicious match, I imagine. I mean, both of them are going to have to aim to win the bash, at least in partial. Otherwise the skinks are just going to get destroyed. So I doubt they'll be live quite yet. Yeah, that's where I was remembering. Jeddy's destruction of the Orc team of the AV9 in the final last cup. No, not quite live yet. Hopefully Wonderboy is able to arrive. I am This is peak busy time for me. I have bedtime for my daughter kind of now. so if Wonderboy arrives, I'm hoping to be able to hand over chatting duties to him, and then I will probably be back after about maybe half an hour for as long as I can manage. But it's cool. She can have a little bit of extra tablet time for a quarter of an hour. Welcome to chat, Crow Dog. Oh, you're multitasking. Okay. No worries. I'm just going to keep searching for the game. If I go back to the teams, I'm only going to find more and more inane things to say. I think I reached my limit. Oh, I didn't talk about the team values. I can manage that. So, no. I'm in the wrong place. So Scroff, let's see if he's taken that level. Well, he's still got the level, which means they're running late. Okay. So Scroff, let's assume it's a normal skill 1910, and Will at 1890, so they are basically identical. Unless somebody chooses to cut, which seems unlikely. Well, I don't expect there to be any shenanigan cutting. You know, it's 14, which is a lot, but at this stage of the tournament and through the third season, fine. And you know, realistically, it's kind of like getting rid of the troll or the goblin, or you're not going to, you know, maybe a babe. Yeah, exactly. Cutting for a babe does not seem like a sensible decision. Much better to have the throw teammate option, and then it's there. I mean, given Scroff's just bought himself a Saurus, and right, Scroff has taken the skill. It was Mighty Blow. What a surprise. And he has not. Well, he has nothing he can cut really. He can't cut any skins, and he only has 12 players. So we'll see if we have a game. Still selecting their huge amounts of inducements. Choosing whether to kick or not, I assume it takes a little while. Oh, I have a message on Discord. Okay. Wonderboy, will you be joining for commentary, or are you not going to be able to join for comms? Oh, hello, Wonderboy.
Hey.
This is me being in a big old panic.
What's up?
I just forgot to join my own stream chat. Sorry, my
Sounding
man.
it's very hard to run.
I could literally spend 10 minutes talking about what a stressful time I'm having at the moment. I have a half-built IKEA bed.
Oh, I hate building those things.
Um,
Nothing makes me feel more inadequate as a man than trying to put it
yeah,
together.
no, it's fine. It's going fine. It's just time. And I really need to start getting on with Alice's bedtime. As soon as I get this game set up, really, I'm going to have to disappear for a while.
Cool.
And as a peek behind the curtain, I was talking to Kalon last night, and we agreed that I will keep the camera on the team that is driving. You know, it starts off with they're attacking and they're on the drive.
Okay, whoever it was kicked to.
Exactly. Even if there's an overturn.
That's fine.
Yeah, and
it's also a good visual indicator for the crews to join in.
And it's especially important if I'm not at the keyboard to mess around. So
that's cool.
So I'm sorry, man. You were in here all this time while I was panicking and trying to do everything myself.
You're good, man.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here.
Where's Caleb?
He's not feeling great. So he's gonna he's chatting away, but he didn't want to damage his throat.
That's fine. I'll do the shoutcasting. He can do the the play-by-play.
We have a game.
I'll do both. It's fine. Oh, do we? Oh,
yeah, it's just loading in now. Oh, I'm gonna. You can see it in Discord. So, who gets to attack? I think I just rewound it, so this is probably pre-flip. They're both in a... yeah. So, I'm looking at the screen. Oh yeah, there was Scrofulla's logo appears for like
half a second.
Less than half a second, I think. But it does appear there. If top left, if you're looking for it, it does flash up. So Scrofulla chose to
receive.
Chose to attack. Which makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's the right call here. The longer the game goes, the more likely those skinks are to get hopped off the pitch. So I think I can get behind going first, trying to at least get some value out of your skinks while you can, and maybe he can protect them a little bit better. Interestingly, both teams had the exact same team value going into this match, so I think the only inducements are, I think there's is there a referee rest area?
There is a referee rest area. It seems to be the go-to. I think every single game since the quarterfinals has had mainly a referee rest area.
I think Sagarai's team had elf grass on its pitch. True. Was the only other one I can remember.
That's true. Okay, so Bomber somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, Bomber dribbles not.
Oh.
So that's 60k. So
I wonder if Will
must have cut something
roster just to be able to induce him.
Well, he must have, because I was looking at 1890.
Yeah, they were both at 1890, so.
And 90, well, there was a 20 difference when Scroff took the skill. So did he get rid of he kept his goblin? I don't know.
His goblin. So he was down a black.
Well, he was down 20k. He's probably spent 40k from his treasury.
That could be what it is. Yeah.
Kalon has. I managed to say that before he typed it.
Okay,
he'll be either very annoyed or impressed that I knew something. I'm learning.
Yeah, well, I wasn't aware there was a skill pending. Who was it on?
It was on Asaurus. It was on Rattler, and he took Mighty Blow.
Okay, that's interesting, because I was looking at the teams. And there's actually not that much Mighty Blow on both teams. I think there's only 3 players on each team with.
Yeah, I'm only getting 2 on the Orcs, unless I've missed.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, there he is. It is 3.
Yeah.
It is 3. And also
and the troll,
just the 1 tackle.
Yeah, so he's missing one of his star blitzers, Elfie 3, for this match.
Yeah, missing next game.
Frenzy, tackle, mighty blow, I think, something like
Yeah,
that.
he was the better.
Absolute chad of a player. Oh, it was strength up. That's what it was. It's block, strength up, frenzy, and tackle. That's like they're definitely going to be missed for this match. That is.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because I feel like one of the keys for Will here is to deal with these skinks. Scroff does not have a deep roster. He's only got 1 guy on the bench. These are armor 7. They're still stunties. They still go down really quick. And if you get them off the pitch, bag 1. What's Scroff going to do? It's going to be very simple. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's the same for Saurus day 1 as it is for Saurus on day 47 or whatever it is for this team. They're gonna have a hard time if they can't keep their skinks alive. So.
Oh yeah. Cather is pointing out that, of course, I'm forgetting about the inbuilt mighty blow on the troll. Although he's pretty bad, and he's currently on the ground. So, which is predictable when you've got 2 strength 5 Saurus.
Yeah, a lot of strength 5. I think it's 3 strength 5 pieces. That's downright Khemri levels of beef.
Yes.
On this Lizardman front line. So.
Didn't see much Khemri in this league at all. Did we have any Khemri?
Oh, I hope not.
I'm not sure if anybody signed up as Khemri for the next lot.
I'm not sure. I think we might. If there's enough players and you can go long enough for the season, I think Khemri become quite
fun. Well, is fun like the right word?
Alluring as a team.
Yeah. I mean, you get the throw ras can if they survive can get pretty good.
Oh yeah, like on a long enough timeline, they're one of the best teams out there. Just so much strength 5, and eventually you'll roll enough agility increases to actually have a way to pick up the football. But it's just those first. We sometimes talk about like some teams needing a couple, like Chaos need some games to get going. And they need to think that is multiplied so bad for Khemri.
Yeah.
Out of the box, they are shocking. You can ruin another player's day. You can absolutely end a team with all that strength 5. You can win the front line. You'll do it. But if you want to actually carry the ball across the end zone, they are an absolute heartbreaker of a team to play. So. If your passion is to dream crush, by all means fill your boots with Khemri, but don't expect them to run up the score by any stretch of the imagination. Scroff looking like he's going to set up a cage right on halfway here, just as it goes. Yeah, it goes for the Ag 4 player.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I don't think he should. Yeah, he's just taking it back. Well, that was a pretty decent turn for Scroff. Although very nice armor rolls for Will, so he won't be too unhappy.
Oh, are we going to see a foul here? Yeah, we are. This is interesting. I guess we have the bribe.
Well, we saw one fail last night.
This one's failed here as well.
Nothing of any interest for anybody. Wonderboy,
armor 9 is so much different to fouling.
So glad to have you on board. I'm going to have to disappear. I don't know how long. I'll kind of try and be in and out.
No, you're good. I will try to keep the fans entertained, or at the very least, ill-informed. So
yes.
We're all on the same level.
Well, that is a stupid troll, and I'll be back as soon as I can.
Yep. All right. The hostile takeover has occurred. It is now the Wonderboy show, and starting off with that really stupid, interesting that does mean that's Will kind of giving up the strength 5 advantage, because it's not just like he wasn't going to blitz with this player or anything, but that's another one of his guard sticky tackle zones that he doesn't have access now for the rest of this turn. So this is kind of unusual territory for Will. All season he's kind of had the advantage of at least having being able to go toe to toe, being the strongest team. Division 1 being mostly elves and a few dwarves. So his strength 4 guys have been able to manhandle the other teams in the league. But this is a pretty big onslaught of beefy strength 4 players. That is an early failed dodge as well. I might see that. Yep, so we're going to see a reroll here. Then 5 rerolls each. I'm sorry, I missed the kickoff event. I'm wondering if both teams got a free reroll out of it. That's the only way I can imagine both teams having 5 rerolls. And this is exactly what we're talking about. Will targeting the skinks. That is his path to victory. Now that's not one of Scroff's best. It's one of the ones he'll be okay with losing. As you can see, he's sidelined his Ag 9 skink for his first received drive. That is pretty normal. Oh, we're going to see a bomber dribble snap pass here. And it's intercepted. A source interception. This is Ag 1 in a tackle zone, so I'm not expecting to see too much back here, but we could see something very interesting. Yeah, no, a fumble, and he's straight down anyway, and takes down the guy beside him, but no armor breaks and no lasting damage. I guess if Scruff could have chosen where to use a 6, it probably would not have been there, but still interesting, still fun to see a bit of early dribble.
I just realised, Wonderboy, after talking about having the view of the attacker, that I had not had the view of the attacker.
It's okay. We still got it. We got the best view of that interception. So.
Wow. Okay, I'm missing all the fun. This is annoying because I really want to.
It was a bomb interception.
Okay.
The best of all the interceptions.
I was thinking, how the hell's he got the ball back?
No. We don't even think about the ball where we're going.
Oh, I love those two Saurus down. Did they get bombed?
Yeah, so the Saurus there on the right performed the interception, but of course, in a tackle zone with Ag 1, he bumbled the... Oh, here we have red card straight away. We will see the bribe used, and it is successful. But that's
bit higher risk for
early.
the bribing. I mean, for the fouling. I think he will keep doing it.
Oh, yeah. I expect to see every time he can foul a skink, it'll definitely be used. When we have Saurus down, I think he's only going to do it if he can do it with his dirty player. I would take every chance on a skink I could to get them off the pitch. He's down to 5 skinks now for the rest of the match. 4 for this drive. So, yeah, we have an early casualty.
Okay, now that I've got the camera pointing in the right direction, I am going to go.
Okay. Thanks, Sylvan. That's... Yeah, so an early knockdown there from Saurus Warrior. I expect to see a lot of knockdowns and not a lot of armor breaks. This is a game of a lot of armor 9, so that's why the teams are kind of thin on rosters. Might see a block here from the Roxagore. But I think Scroff might try to consider just get the ball a little bit safer. He's in danger of this. What is his name? The Bullet, yes. Not Peyton Orking, but the Bullet breaking off the wing here and getting down deep enough to harass the ball carrier. So might be a good idea just to get that safe first. Looks like he can build a pretty safe cage, or a semi-safe cage at least. Whether he can get guard at each corner, I'm not sure, but not really a lot of opportunities for Will to penetrate, other than the bomber. Yeah, ball gets moved in, and he's got a pretty wide cage here. I think he's anticipating a bomb, so he just wants to make sure, at best, you can only get 2 players with it. But I'm wondering if he's left enough space to clear out the player near bomber dribble slot and then maybe get a blitz on him. But instead he elects just to kind of close up the cage here, which I think is fine. Here's the block from the Crocs, and I think we'll be putting bomber in a tackle zone here just to increase the difficulty of that block. Will can get him off there, but it's gonna require getting that troll up, which he has assists on here, so it'll just be on a 2+. But he's still gonna have to exert a lot of resources if he wants to clear this Croxagore off of the star player. I think it is now 2 dice block, but Scroff will be happy that he has to do it with his dirty player, so that's at least 1 foul off the table, or at least a +1 on the foul off the table. Don't think Will mind too much about fouling with another player, but stand firm player going out to the wing there, maybe to try to entice a failed crowding. Expect Scruff to be too good to fall for that, but let's see. Alright, I would expect here we'll see... Oh, the blitz already. We're blitzing on the corner. Gets the POW. I think POW or Defender Stumbles would have been more than enough there. But now we are basing the skink. I expect to see the push attempt now on the Proxagore, followed by a bomb right in between to the left of the ball carrier and hitting 3, potentially 3 players. Let's see, he might want to move Bullet, the thrower, out on the left first. Yeah, he frees him up there with a... Oh, not actually going to free him up at all there with that block, unfortunately. Oh, it's still trapped. And he does still have a reroll available, but we'll probably want to save that for riskier things if he can. So this is a 1 dice block, and we'll use Wrestle to take him down. And as we said, that's now freed up Bomber. He is still in a tackle zone, but might feel it's worth taking the risk here anyway. He's not doing anything else with his pass action. And problem with these star players is they're not long for this world. An inaccurate pass. Where did that... I believe this player with the ball caught it? I'm not even sure that's possible. I think the player with the ball can't catch it. Oh my god, yes! Wow. I'm pretty sure that couldn't have gone worse. I'd have to check. I don't think I've ever seen the ball thrown at, or a bomb caught by a player who's carrying the ball. Pretty sure that was an automatic knockdown. But that was very interesting. 1 dice block down here. It's a reroll. That's an aggressive use of a reroll, but I guess with the ball down, maybe Will senses an opportunity to maybe force a turnover here. Scroff is definitely going to be able to get the ball and get it deep inside enemy territory. But the numbers game is starting to not look great if you're a lizard. You've got one player on the ground who's, if he steps up, he's probably, well, yeah, he's probably going to be meeting the fans. Your Croxagor's down, and was he stunned? Because it looks like he's just rolled over and is already red, so that is not great. Oh no, he's rolled Bonehead. Oh my god. Things are definitely coming up Orc right now. Greenskins of the world rejoice. So he has two options. He can pick up the ball, drop back, cage up, try to regroup with his team, try to get away from all of this contact, which was looking good on turn 1, but the tide has definitely turned. And you have to say a lot of that is down to Bomber Dribblesnot, who has had an impact in this game. I'd be sorely tempted if I was Scroff here to actually just go after the Bomber, but no, he's gonna go in against Black Orc and just gets the reroll. This does free up a block on Bomber with Mighty Blow and Tackle. So maybe Scroff realizing this is the best way to deal with this pesky little goblin is to get his tackle block in on him. But yeah, going deep, this signals, I think, Scruff's intent to secure the football and move it deep inside Will's territory. Whether he's going to go for the pickup now, does so. And yeah, that was his sure hands player, so it was pretty safe as a play. And we'll probably see a screen now from this other skink. Yeah, the Saurus or the lizards here clearly working their move advantage. It doesn't look like there's going to be anyone who can get around there. Now, again, Bomber can deal with it, but here we go. Oh, and there's a POW on the troll. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting to go after the Bomber, but still a fine play. And all the big guys are down. The rookie Saurus may take a speculative 2 dice here on the bullet out on the right wing. Doesn't have dodge, so decent chance of him getting knocked down, but there's always the 1 in 9. Rookie Saurus. They do need that first skill up. And getting down to the last 40 seconds of the turn. And yeah, here's the block. Gets the POW, and can we do anything to one of the only few low armor players on Will's team? The answer is no. Okay, I like this dodge. It was always going to fail, but it does mean the player's in a much better position next turn to get up. As long as his armor wasn't broken, you'd much rather be lying on the ground there than lying on the ground, surrounded by 3 orcs and a ravenous crowd. And that's the turnover. Now, considering this is the Bomber show starring Bomber, Will might be looking for a way to clear him off so he can get a clean pass here. Now a blitz from any player will get rid of the tackle, the block tackle Saurus who's threatening him. But it will require the blitz, and pretty sure he's going to want to have saved that for further down the road. Unfortunately, with the problem with screening with skinks is you risk one of his most precious resources. Now it is the block dodge skink, so unless Will can bring one of his tackle pieces to bear, it's going to be fairly difficult for him to get that player out of the way. And there's two big, beefy strength 4 and strength 5 guys in the way as well. So I like this play, bringing down the Ag 5 blitzer just to harass the ball carrier. Maybe force Scroff to score a little earlier than he'd like to. He does not want to be giving Will the ball back with with at least 4 or 5 turns left. He's going to want to stall this as long as possible, but needs most when the devil drives. So here's the blitz. We're going in on the back of the block guard Saurus. Once again, Armor 9 doing what Armor 9 is supposed to do, but invariably what it does not do. Now, we mentioned earlier that one of Will's best pieces, Alfie 3, the Tackle Frenzy Strength 4 Blitzer, is missing for this match. So, Scroff currently doing a great job of tying up his only tackle piece with a Strength 4 Saurus, who's just going to base him as much as he possibly can for the duration of this match. At least, that is what I would expect. And a solid hit here. This now frees up the tackle piece we were just talking about. So I expect to see him join the fray to increase the harassment of the current ball carrier and that Lizardman cage in general. I mean, it appears to be on the verge of collapse. Yeah, here he comes. So the Lizardman cage currently completely surrounded. I don't see any realistic way Scroff is going to be able to defend this cage. And here comes another bomb from Dribblesnot. And this time it's also inaccurate. It was a 6+, so I think it was going to be inaccurate anyway. I don't know about this. This is a huge risk. Another. That is 3 caught bombs in a row. This is fairly insane. Every bomb Dribblesnot has thrown has currently been caught. Orcs, of course, unable to pass it, and it doesn't get either of the 2 orcs on either side. So any chance Scruff had of stalling the ball, as it were, is over. Now, the benefits of running this one in this turn, that's the end of Bomber, who has been an absolute handful. So I think even though if Scruff could wave a magic wand and determine how this half went, this would not be nowhere near what he would have hoped for. He can take some solace in the fact that once Bomber is off the pitch, that absolute nightmare will be over. Bit of piling on here from Big Papa 2, and we have a casualty. That is huge. No long-term effect. Are we going to see the power apple here used? No, I think that's fine. It was only a 1 skill Black Orc. He has a rookie Black Orc in reserves, as well as another lineman and his goblin. Numerically, he'll be fine. And I think we'll just see this run in. And there it is, the touchdown. 1-0 to Scrofulla. He's also going to need to make a knockout roll. A successful knockout roll if he wants to have 11 players. And If he fails this, I can see the tide starting to turn on such things. Can matches be won or lost? And he fails it. That could be huge. This also now forces Scroff to field his move 9. Bomber sent off, the bribe already used, so it is down to now 10 players versus 12 available. So not an insurmountable lead by any stretch of the imagination, but critically, Scroff forced to field his move 9 skink. So I think that's going to have a huge target on his back and his head and his front, and every part of him is just he is 90% target now at this point. Because not only is he one of the most skilled players I've ever seen, we've talked about Will's path to victory being taking out these skinks, but it also massively hinders the one-turn touchdown ability, because you've got the sidestep, you've got that move up, you've got the sprint. He's clearly the player that is designed for one-turn touchdowns, and I know that this is something he's worked up in the lab. He's run the drills on it. He's quite good at it. There is some stand firm on the Orc team that can stymie it a little bit, but not enough to where Scroff wouldn't be able to at least have a fair go at it. But if Will can get to this player, like even if he fails to score on this turn, if he can take that player out, I think he'll consider this drive a success.
So I should be here for a little bit now.
Okay.
Maybe half an hour. We'll see.
So you have missed. So Bomber Dribble's not now been sent off at the end of the drive.
Yeah, of course. So he had to score on turn 4.
Had to score on turn 4. There's no choice. Things were just going against him. But every bomb that Bomber threw was caught. One was intercepted. One was caught by a player who had the ball. I didn't think that was possible.
Well, yeah. That does seem like a very ambidextrous...
That is a skill in and of itself. But it is 11 versus 10 now. Will does have a man on the bench. It is only a goblin. But
it's hard to say that's a man.
It has a am I going to get cancelled?
a thing. There's a thing on the bench.
Zone, and it there's the one-turn touchdown possibility of that too. So you can't disrespect it. Like you have to understand that it's there. It's got to factor into Scroff's defenses. You've got to understand that him scoring on turn 16 isn't necessarily going to be enough. Sorry, turn 8. Yeah, turn 16.
So didn't badly hurt the block Black Orc. It didn't Apo the badly hurt block. Wow.
No, I think because he knew Scroff had to score that turn, and he was still going to have a numerical advantage. He also has the unskilled Black Orc that can fit in and do mostly the same roles.
Well, big call.
Yeah,
especially with 2 SPP needed.
Yeah, but versus a bunch of skinks. There actually haven't been that many armor breaks. I think we've only seen a couple of stuns. Oh, we've a failed pickup from the bullet.
I don't think. I mean, in that position, it's hard to see Scroff making a huge wave forward with potato. Homing, seeking.
If you're
Scroff missile,
here
skinks.
holding, you want to just hold.
Yeah, and go in 1-0. That's what he wants, right?
Yeah, get in at 1-0. Just don't concede, and let's see how the second half plays out. Say he has the one-turn touchdown capability in that move 9 player, so there's still a lot of outs. Although it is now a long time he's got to keep that player healthy for. Like there's the move, tackle, mighty blow, guard, orc, just laser focused on taking him out because it removes a huge bow from or a huge arrow from Scruff's quiver if that player if he doesn't have that one-turn touchdown capability. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna get a lot of
No, he's just going to keep that defense.
yeah,
He doesn't need to base.
Basically turn this turn into a perfect defense. Reset up his lines, protect what he needs to protect, and yeah, exploit that move advantage. Like they are the faster team and they are the stronger team. They're also just the less agile team. So that's like the orcs almost have to play not like elves.
Well, I mean that the adjups and the throwers, they can do a half decent elf impersonation. It's more of a parody.
Yeah. Alright, so I expect to see a blitz on a skink. I'm not sure how it's going to happen. how they're going to clear the path to him, but I can sense that's what Will wants.
Troll dodge.
As Chad are pointing out, there is break tackle on that Crocs. Like that is something that could absolutely bust open a cage. But I just in my mind, I'm just seeing this troll and this Croxigore just locked together in eternal conflict for the rest of this match.
Yeah. And the potential of a wedding afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a wedding I don't want to be invited to, if that's okay.
Well, there's the blitz has opened up on a skink now. With if it gets the push.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great because there is. He would be in a tackle zone, so it would be was 1 dice.
No, it would be 2 dice if he brings the tackle guy over, right? So yeah, if he goes 1, 2, 3,
well,
yeah, I think he can get 2 dice on the move 9 guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But if he's there, then he's blocking his path for the blitz, isn't he?
Is there a guy in that? I can't see if there's a guy in the square. No, yeah. So he goes.
This is the guy.
But he doesn't have guard.
Right. Sure.
So I think he just takes that blitz, rolls his dice, tries to take out the skink, and maybe put him in a square then where he can follow up.
Yeah, I'm expecting them all to have guard. So yeah, 2 dice blitz.
Exactly. You just assume at this stage that every strength 4 player just comes with guard, right? Sidestep will probably put him safe from a foul. No, interesting.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
My God.
The fans are going to be absolutely... Or one chance for the fans.
It failed. He's missing next game.
He's gone dead into dead.
Yeah. Might as well leave him dead.
What are they called, Taylor Swift fans?
Simps? I'm not sure.
There's definitely a word for it. But anyway, they are going to be having candlelit vigils all over.
Yeah.
For the death of Taylor Swift.
And this is what we said. Like the early touchdown, the failure on that kickoff or the knockout to come back forced his hand. He had to field him on defense, which is always going to be a risk. And that is massive for this match now. That is removed, or not removed, but seriously stymied Scroff's 1-turn touchdown capability.
Yeah, I mean, that was the skink to get, wasn't it? I mean,
it was absolutely...
this.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's...
Everything went really well, but Orcs, you still need to pick up the ball.
And the Edge 4 guy is like, I'll leave this to you. You've got sure hands.
They really are. If that is Peyton Orking,
They
then
both have short hands. Peyton Orking is currently looking at this at at the bullet
this guy is clearly Eli
with
Orking,
daggers, I imagine.
Daddy says, "Don't hurt Peyton."
I know. But the plan is foiled by a 1 in 9.
But now he's in a situation where the ball lies 24 squares away from the end zone. So,
yes,
despite having 4 rerolls left,
yeah, he'll feel good. He'll feel good about about killing Taylor Swift, but he has 3 turns and he doesn't have control of the midfield.
No, like the skill advantage and the strength advantage. I mean, we have this rookie Blackwork. I mean, they're great. Match 1.
Now this is interesting. Scruff trying to cut off. I
would have expected to see some go for it there, just to put Peyton Orking the second in a tackle zone.
Yeah. Well, maybe from the skink.
That pass play we were talking about. What is going on here? He can't fail it 3 turns in a row, surely.
Well, it does seem to be what Scruff is kind of wondering, because I don't, even if he picks it up, hands off to Peyton can throw it. That it shouldn't that's going to bypass these guys.
Yeah, is Scruff going for the Hail Mary play already? That
I doubt
he's
it.
lost Taylor Swift. He's down on players. He's expecting to lose the attrition battle. Roll the dice on Will 1 in 9ing again the next turn. Nip in, steal the ball, and go in 2-0.
I think he's done a sort of halfway house, hasn't he?
Yeah. If he was going for this, I think I would have liked to see that Soros gone for it and put Peyton in a tackle zone. But at least this way, he's now forcing Will to expend resources to clear this out, because he can't just risk it now. Like 1 in 9, I think is too.
I think he's just going to risk it. I think.
If he's going to risk it, I think he's going for it with Peyton.
Ooh,
he's going to say,
that's a bad start. Okay, well
okay. He got the reroll. I thought that was from the troll there for a second.
Oh no!
It's like, whoo.
So, knowing that was the double 1, he got it out of the way with a rerollable 2 dice block.
Now I can see Peyton picking up the ball, throwing it to that blitzer, which I think he can do without necessarily giving Scruff an interception attempt.
Well, he's only moving
and
5.
then just start moving the ball.
I don't. Well, can he? Maybe if he goes for it, he can get away. I don't think. Tricky.
He is move 5. That is correct. And he's used his reroll for the turn, so that's a good point. He's not going to be feeling comfortable about making go for it to remove interception attempts.
No.
So this is actually a very interesting situation now. Obviously, and there it is. He's finally scooped it up at the 5th attempt.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Don't give him an interception attempt. Whatever you do.
He's passing to Peyton, and then Peyton's going to hand off.
And then Peyton's going to run up and hand it off.
Yeah, that's what I expect. And
I don't even like handing this off though.
There isn't a great cage or a safety option afterwards, but
You've gone from a 1 in 9 play now to a. Is he gonna hand this off?
Yeah, I think 3. So. Yeah, well, he gets it.
Wow, I mean,
because
it worked. But
yeah,
that is.
And now Scruff has these sort of. They're fast, but they're somewhat marooned players, and it does feel like that halfway house lurking. Not quite screen was a bit of a.
How much harder that would have been if Peyton Orking was in contact. Like, even if he just had the skink in face-to-face with him, that adds a whole layer. We're talking about -1 on the catch, having to make a dodge out, and these are all small advantages, but when you're going for a risky strategy like this, you've got to try to make Will roll as many dice as you possibly can.
It was a lot of GF5. I think
but he had the reroll left.
I think just staying back was probably just keeping that midfield control and defense.
I absolutely would have stayed in a contained play, but if you're going to put those players down there,
yes, yeah, I heard what you're saying, Joe. I think if you're going to go for it, you have to go for it. Otherwise, you should stay back. Whether it's best to stay back or go for it, it's going to be. I think there's advantages, but it's the chance of them picking the ball up and doing something like that was very high. Failing it twice in a row was pretty funny.
Now we could see the Crocs moved now to base the ball carrier. He has that break tackle. Again, it's go for it in order to get in there. But I'm not seeing another way for him to reload.
There's a space through the middle.
Yeah, he's just standing up from. Interesting. I'm not sure what Scroff's going to go for here at this point. Looks like he's going to focus on the middle of the pack. Maybe if he can knock the troll out of the way, he can free up the tackle mighty blow Saurus warrior, and he can get a 2 dice block with some go for it.
And Kalon's done some math. TLDR.
Sure.
I think he's calling Will. Yeah, calling Will a lucker dog, who always gets one third chance is successful.
As Shavite said, did Will roll dice and all worked? Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't want to put it down to luck. There definitely were aspects of that move that could have been what's the word, prioritized or improved if you were Scroff. Okay, so we freed up now the tackle guy. I think we're making 2 go for it for a 2 dice block. Kind of come in around the top.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
from the front square.
He's got 4 rerolls.
Ideally, he'd like to attack from the square with both of them, but I don't think there's a way for him to move over a.
He does make them both.
Has to reroll rerolled into a push.
Pretty rough.
Stand firm as well, just for the extra rub-ins. And of course, his first block over there gets the POW. Okay.
And 2 turns to score from here. I mean, there's options. It's not great.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see it though. I don't think we'll see. We'll go for it. He does not want to give Scroff a chance, even though like Taylor Swift is dead. The other it's his other sidestepper who's off the field right now. I think he still has 1 sidestep skink somewhere hiding on the pitch. Yeah, he's at the sidestep diving tackle. Blodger. God, that's a really obnoxious piece. Sidestep, diving tackle, blodge. If Will, if you could do the world a favor and just kill that as well, that'd be great. But yeah, he doesn't want to give Scroff the age-old adage: never give a sucker an even break. Don't give him a chance. Don't give him a chance to roll dice and go in 2-1 ahead. Because you never know. I mean, we saw a blitz completely change the course of one of the
Grodog's
quarterfinal
game.
matches.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave yourself in a position where, especially against a team where you are move disadvantaged and to a certain point strength disadvantaged, you don't want to be giving away free opportunities. So I'm expecting Will to cage this up, stall for a turn. If he can move Peyton Orking up into a position, I know he has a move bust, right?
So.
Peyton Orking, the thrower at the back.
Oh yeah, it's not the guy with the ball. No.
No, this guy.
Oh yeah. I don't think he's a move bust. I think he's just naturally throws a 5.
Oh, he's only just move 5, yeah. I thought he had a. Okay. So now I think he can stall. Peyton's in a position where he can recover the ball if it ends up somewhere unfavorable. So he could just move it down, create a little V cage just on the wing.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. There's a failed dodge. That was a 3+ dodge.
Well, there's the 1 in 9.
Is that a misclick? That has to be a misclick.
I mean, I think he just went for it. I don't think he misclicked it.
That has to have been a misclick. I can't imagine you take a risk like that.
I think it's hard to say. I think that he'll tell us after, but okay. It's a 3-up with a reroll.
Yeah, I guess that is fine, but now he's got nobody in position who can score, correct? Or he has this one blitzer out here who's about to get pushed out of range.
Yeah. You're the lineman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is no, can't make it.
And now, as much as we maligned Scroff's earlier play, is he now in position to score? As unlikely as it would be, no.
No, he has no scoring threat.
You have to drop that guy back. Okay, so that's okay. So what you need to avoid if you're Scroff now, we just need to get that one lineman down, because one push would get him in range of being able to score, and just not leave any wacky chains. Wow, this has turned on a dime after that failed dodge. The crowd are surprised it didn't work. I guess when you get used to orc bullshit, as it's called, you just want it to work every time. I like that reroll. Take a chance at Peyton if we can get him down. This is a mighty blow hit on me.
Just a stun.
Just a stun. Is there any piling on coming on? I think we might see some piling on here.
Oh, here we go.
And we see it.
It's a
and Peyton is KO'd. And that's a huge. If there's no Bloodweiser babes on either team,
nope.
There's no.
Boomer was all there was.
Yeah, there's not going to be enough time for 2 rerolls, so a failed roll on this. Wow, this was looking pretty grim for Scroff, but that has changed the complexion of this match mightily. Yeah,
that's going to be a big KO roll.
And Scroff might even just leave that skink on the ground.
Nope.
Oh no, he's getting up and going for the foul?
Is he still got his bribe?
He does still have his bribe, so I think that is a safer play than it looked. Well, I like that because now he's left nobody in contact with the lineman who needs a push.
I don't know what I was away for a while, but it seems like the fouling has not been very effective.
No, thank God. I think all the fouling look went to the Necro boys in their match yesterday. Uh, in their victory versus Road Dog High Elves, I believe, correct?
Yeah, it certainly was pretty effective there. Although, I think the damage was mainly done by
By just getting hit.
mighty
Yeah,
blows.
they weren't on the field long enough to be fouled.
Yes. Well, and the immediate pitch invasion.
Yeah.
You know, did make life hard.
I would never accuse anybody of improper Blood Bowl. And that's it, yeah. So Will ran all the angles there. There was no feasible way to get that touchdown in. Again, lacking his frenzy player, who may have been able to do some frenzy nonsense to push that player, but no, nothing doing here. So against all odds, Scrofulla going in 1-0 up, and gotta be very happy with that. I mean, you had to force in very early touchdown.
Definitely getting lighter and lighter on Skinks. 2 KO'd, 2 out injured. Does he have one? He has one other. Yeah, he has a very nice skink. One very nice skink remaining. So the KO rolls for both teams going to be very impactful.
I'm talking, Chan, about whether or not that KO was power APO worthy. I think the fact that Scroff still has his bribe available means I don't want one of my better players lying on the ground, especially now that the touchdown ability is gone. So he'd be free to just throw in a kick.
Yeah, I think it's worth the thought of doing it. But I don't think there's a right or wrong. I mean, I wouldn't be able to say what's better. I mean, he rolled the 4 anyway.
He just got up, and how many skinks get up?
Just one.
Just
That's
one,
fine.
but I think
That's
it
average,
is the
I guess.
better skilled of the two. So, okay, so then, what is your heart saying right now? If I put you to the test, where's your money lying?
I'm just looking. I mean, so I think that if I was going to make a guess right now, I'd say it goes overtime, but it's hard to say who would win overtime. You know, I think at that point it's really going to be who wins the kickoff and who has the numbers is often the thing. 2 skinks is a big worry, and there's a lot of time to go.
Yeah, that was our Bloodweiser sponsored point of the match was can Scruff keep enough of his skinks fit, because as you said, like the possibility of overtime is quite high, but if Scruffula is going into that with 0 to 1 skinks, it's going to be very hard to see a path to victory for him.
Yeah, I agree. You know, Keron is predicting that will try to score, you know, fast enough to get a turnover and win in extra
maybe he
time.
has places to be. Maybe
that will make him feel more, you know, like there's a good idea to do that.
Ooh, that's a huge player off the pitch.
Yeah.
That is block, mighty blow, guard gone for the rest of the drive. Saurus armor being broken for one of the first times today. Like it has held up remarkably well. And the lizards quite easily actually losing the line of scrimmage there. All players down, one player off. The skinks are protected pretty well though. I can't see any way that Will's going to be able to harass them. But I think we'll see every Saurus player tagged, at least some. Yeah, by some comparable greenskin. And now, this is where the lack of agility on these Saurus is really going to kick in. They're not going to be able to get free. Like, he'll have one blitz. We've got a foul coming in here. This is very early in the turn cycle for a foul, but...
Ooh, fouls the Crocs. That's a big... I mean, that's a big high roll, isn't it?
A 7+, I guess. Yeah, he got there. Like, he had enough
He did have a
assists,
lot of assists, I suppose.
but definitely risking being sent off there.
Yeah, no bribe anymore for Will.
No bribe. If that player goes off, he's forced to field the goblin, which you never want to be forced to field a goblin. Yeah, fell before the pickup. Although he does have the ball safe. Ish. As safe as the ball can be against lizards. Let me put it that way. Expect to see Bullet nip in, pick it up here, and create a screen and pass it back a lateral to Peyton.
Yeah. And since we kind of know what's going to happen, I'm going to leave you for 10 minutes or so.
You're good. You're good. I will keep it chugging over.
Okay. Cheers, man.
And exactly what we said. A screen here from the Bullet. Pass back, accurate and caught. Hey, they're only vanity passes if they don't work. If they work perfectly like they do here, it is sound tactical play. Some rip pale in the chat. Yeah, pour some out for your dear deceased goblins. He died as he lived, frustratingly. Star player points? I don't know. I think when you're in the semi-final of the cup, and it is the last match, I'm not sure why you would vanity pass, but oh, maybe he's 2-star player points off a skill or something. I'd need to take a look at his. Fortunately, with Sylvain gone, I am forced to look elsewhere. But if I look at the Bullet, he came into this match on 57 star player points, so not particularly close to another skill up. But I know Peyton was on 70, so very realistic that if he gets a touchdown and a couple of passes here, having that extra skill going into the last match could be very useful for him. But yeah, there's I'm not defending this. Blitz in here from Scroff, having to reroll a double skull does not. He's already down to 2 rerolls, and we're on turn 9. This is very worrisome now for the Skinks, because you gotta think one of their best routes to victory now is getting to extra time and winning the coin toss. So really does not want to be chowing through his rerolls this early. Dropping his... Oh, and we have a casualty on the troll. -1 movement. Let's see how Regenerate does. Regeneration failed! Oh my god. We're seeing it all here today, folks. Failed regenerations, casualty trolls. Woof. A big turnabout. That's the only. Well, yeah. So now the all the move 5 or all the strength 5 now belongs to Scrofulla and his Saurus, and I don't think there was a defense there to apothecary that role. I think trusting in the Apo is the same. And also, it's not that key a piece. He really needs his more reliable players on the pitch. And he does still have a 12th or an 11th man on the pit, on the bench. It is a goblin, and without the troll to throw him, the goblin definitely loses a lot of his appeal. So the one-turn touchdown potential is now gone. But they still do have the numerical advantage with the 2 KOs and 2 casualties on the Lizardman side. They're down to 8 players for the rest of this match. So still 11, or currently on the pitch, it is 10 versus 8. Going into contact here with the ball. Mixing it up. This is very rowdy from Will. I think Kellen was right. Will does look like he's going to try to score early and then play some aggressive defense. Not what I would do, but then I'm not in the semifinals of the league, so I can't really say what the right play is. No comment, Kellen. No comment. Now, this is very interesting. We've got a foul coming in here. Again, risky with no Apo. Fails to break the armor. This... I'm guessing one of the benefits of this strategy from Will's point of view is Scroff moved all of his skinks to safe in very strong quotation marks, safe squares on the board. So he can now dominate that midfield just with a sheer numerical advantage. He doesn't necessarily need to have the strongest players or the players with the best skills, as long as he's able to overwhelm them with numbers. So he still has his blitz to come here. Looking like it's going to be a one dicer though. And he gets him. An armor break here would be massive, but still a knockdown. That's still very respectable. The ball's not what you would call traditionally safe, but very difficult for Scroff to get any players onto the actual ball carrier himself. Important bonehead pass there. Getting this Crocs back up. That's going to make things a lot more difficult for Will if he wants to kind of compact and continue to constrict the Lizardmen into this package. They'll want to break out, but Stand Firm is keeping them in place. Blitz on the corner, and he gets the Stand Firm guy. Will he stand or will he go?
I think you're going to break into song for a moment there, Wonderboy.
It would definitely kill any viewers that we had.
I'll get an alert message. You have just lost all of your followers. What is going on? Well, so I while I was sort of in and around, I did happen to see the troll regen fail.
Yeah.
Was that from a hit or a foul?
It was from a hit, just a straight up hit. -1 move. So that troll is going to the glue factory after this match, one way or another. there's no way you keep a move down troll, correct? Like that's
I mean, it's hard to justify because it's down to 3, right? So it's
down to
standing up,
3.
and then
So
it's
yeah, if it gets pushed back and knocked down, it can't even rebase. So pretty sure it's going to the glue factory, which is probably good for the glue factory because you definitely want to be making glue out of things that regenerate. It's a renewable resource there. This cage though, this I don't even know what to call it. It's like a meat grinder.
I know. I mean, this is not. It's just a cage. This is every single player forming a blob.
This, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like football in the park, jumpers for goalposts. No kids keeping any position. It's just everyone in a big scrum in the middle of the pitch.
Those were the days.
Let Nuffle work it out.
Yeah. Oh no, now that I'm looking at it more carefully, you have to look at it very carefully because of the quite a lot of skills, even with only additional skills. There is a line being held by the orcs, pushing the crocs as far away from the action as he can.
I'm wondering if this is just a hit and run though, to get the Ag 4 guy in position to score next turn.
Well, this was Kalon's prediction, wasn't it? That Will would go for the faster score. No, he goes in. He wants more hits. He's an orc. He wants more hits.
Now, could this signal a change in overall tactic from Will? Is he now playing for the draw? Playing for extra time? It's become a lot more difficult now because he is forced to field some.
Yeah,
to be quite honest.
Well, the goblin's up against the
players.
The goblin is up against the crocs now, as opposed to the troll.
Like the strength advantage is now massive in favor of
absolutely huge.
But the numerical advantage is really all Will has, and he needs to lean on it.
Well, and agility. I mean, he has 2 Ag 4 orcs.
He does.
He has a bunch of.
He can still pull off some basic level orc bullshit or elf bullshit if you want.
Yeah, but I don't think he's facing. Is there any tackle remaining on the Saurus? Maybe 1.
I think there's 1.
I think there's 1 on the Saurus that's down.
Yeah.
No, there's two Sauruses with tackle that down, but Sauruses can often be in the wrong place if they're based.
Yeah, and if they're based at all,
there's a pro reroll failure there.
Everyone's favorite skill.
Everyone's
favorite skill that the AI always gives.
He uses it on a no harm, no foul reroll.
Yeah, again, I'm fine. I think pro's a defensible pick there.
So is he out of range of the? Oh, sorry about that camera. He's not out of range. He needs to do something about these skinks.
Yeah, I mean it's only going to be a 1 dice block, but it is going to be a 1 dice block. And does it need to be a 1 dice block? He's got the ball carrier well and truly screened plus, if you will, from the rest of his team. But the Scrofulla, yeah, he can't even.
He could free 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as 2 GFIs. But I've seen, and also it doesn't work if you get the push.
It is strength 4. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, it's strength 4. One of these days I'm gonna pay attention to the players.
It's
not today.
Score next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'd have to double go for it.
He would, yeah. But by that time, he's going to have probably a cage.
Okay.
Not going for the ball.
Going in there. Oh, I see what he's going to do.
He's going to try and chain out.
Chain push to free up his tackle.
Python, this guy.
Saurus. Yeah, Python. He's going to get pushed, and then he's going to try and finagle another push that'll get him free. Or just make the dodge on a 5. Not the worst thing in the world. I don't
I
see
can't.
another
I can't see any
easy
other.
block. I think he just didn't want to knock that player down if he could have avoided it. I think we'll just see
Yeah,
some.
maybe that was what he was thinking, but he'd still have had to blitz. I don't know.
Oh,
Ooh,
another injury here.
that's badly hurt, and the Apo not used yet by
Apple
Will.
we might have to power Apple this. I think.
It's
We're
not even.
just
I
in
wouldn't.
such danger.
Yeah. That
You're just in
absolutely
such danger of
Apo's it.
losing.
It's a guaranteed. It's a guaranteed sub.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely support that.
And he let the previous BlackRock go. I don't think he could afford to leave
You
two.
can't do it again. Oh, we're starting to get a bit of artifacting. Oh, let's clean up now. That's fine. Oh, just the hit and then tag.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Peyton has dodge, right? Yeah. Oh, he's got tackle.
He's got tackle. So
Only that, yeah, because of the GFIs can't really get in a fantastic position. Can he do anything more? Can he double GFI with the skink? Really make life. No, that's a nice move.
Really good position here. So maybe he covers the. Can he with two go for it? So he can cover the other side of Peyton to make it. Well, then he just blitzes through him. I don't love this. Yeah, just leave him here just in case. Will goes for it and fails. You want to have somebody in position who can scoop the ball up. And this is a really solid, like Ag 4 skink. So good. Because the any score on the board at 2. Exactly who you want when you're in what could be a bit of a mess next turn. The other thing we mentioned, Scroff is down to 2 rerolls as well. So he's with an eye on
equity.
Yeah, an extra time. Like, he really does not want to have to risk any rolls. Now, having said that, if he can get a hit in on the ball carrier, he's got to take it with both arms. This is relatively straightforward, I think, though, for Will if he wants to score this turn. But I don't think he does. I think he was planning on
going for the overtime,
stalling another turn, but
well, yeah, yes, to a degree. But I mean, there's no cage, and and I mean, it's not exactly a potato, but it's it's certainly it's a bag of fries, isn't it? It's definitely
it's a pack of ready salted walkers.
Yeah, absolutely. Like leaving basically your entire orc scrum, most of whom are in based contact, and just.
Now he's gonna blitz out with Peyton.
Not
you
good.
See, and now he's in a world of hurt. He has to use the reroll here.
Now it's gonna have to. Well,
now he's not going anywhere.
Dodge. Okay, dodge away. He gets the dodge.
Right, but now he doesn't have the movement to get into the end zone. He needed to double go for it to get in there. So now that's not the square. I think at this point he wanted to go backwards.
I would absolutely. I would have gone back there, and I would have. Well, maybe it's too late.
Now I think you'd have get players down in terms of support, and this is where break tackle on that Croxigore is a huge concern.
Yeah, because I mean you need to fill.
We got to take that Croxigore down.
Oh, he does.
And he got him. That is huge for Will. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't even get up to give an assist back. The movement bust on the Croxigore really kicking in here, because that move 6 he could have still gotten up there and provided an assist. Not sure if that would have been the safest play in the world. But I think we're going to see a dodge on a 5 from this Saurus here.
It doesn't seem great to do it on a skink.
The diving tackle. Is he in a tackle? He's in a tackle zone. That's very difficult.
Oh, he is.
But I could see him dodge away and provide the assist.
He's got a push. But it's a strange. Okay, yeah. That sidestep in effect there? No.
Yeah, it was, but he That's the square he wanted to be in, because now he has a clear run
Ah,
to
yeah,
provide the
yeah.
assist.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then you think it's probably going to be more the 1D with the edge
No, because it's still 2 dice because of the strength 4.
uphill.
Yeah, it's still 2 dice uphill with the strength 4. So I think an assist from that player, a dodge from the strength, or a dodge on the ag 5 from the tackle guy, and then if the ball goes down, you've got your ag 4 player who can retrieve it, and then maybe a punt. Oh, that is not where he wanted to be using his reroll.
And is that
These rookie players drafted in for the semi-finals.
Is that a hit that's particularly central to what's going to happen here? I don't.
No, I
think so.
that was.
So you just take. Where's the blitz?
That's not even a blitz. That's not even a. I get. Are we?
He has to blitz one. Well, it's uphill. I mean, it's nice to get the KO, but
You just not blitz now and just put 2 tackle zones on these guys?
I think so. I mean, the chant like
It's so
if you try to
like,
uphill,
you need double pow. Yeah, I think tag him in the back.
So
He's just gonna blitz his way out of it anyway.
Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't blitz with the Saurus and at least
I think
sandwich.
that might have been a misclick. I feel like that meant to be a blitz.
Yeah, probably.
And then run up and tag with him, and then it becomes actually tricky.
I did it in a game recently where I double clicked where I only meant to click once. It was just like an involuntary
on the ground or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the reroll, the dodge just became really a non-option. So I would have liked to see that as a blitz to free him up, and then tag Peyton, and then you can tag the other players with the Ag 4 skink. But this is a touchdown on a 2 with a dodge reroll. Like, it doesn't get much more basic than this, but that is still leaving 4 turns for Scrofulla, who, may I remind you, is a lizardman, to run in a touchdown. So
yeah,
I think Will's in a pretty difficult spot now. The couple of injuries that have come in lately, that's all sidestep.
So doesn't change matters a huge amount.
No, he's still I mean,
he's just gonna have to dodge away. Right?
Oh, diving tackle!
Ooh,
yeah, diving tackle is a very good point. And he has to go for it. He's no choice now.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise he's definitely gonna get. Yeah, and diving tackle looks like it might.
That was just a one. Reroll 1.
He diving tackle not needed.
The curse of the elves upon thee.
Very, very interesting. Scruff doesn't even really need to score. It would be nice.
No, he just needs to get the ball, screen it from the orcs. What he'd love to do is pick this ball up with the skink who's right over the ball, hand it to the Ag 4 guy, and then the entire left flank is free. Just run this guy down here, push all the orcs to the right side of the pitch, and then I can see a foul on Peyton Orkin here. I can absolutely see.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Foul.
Still got the bribe.
Still got the bribe.
You know,
I'm not sure he's gonna have a free player to do it with.
Yeah, you don't really want to do it with the Saurus, and he's only got 2
Scruff
skinks.
only has 1 reroll left. He is.
Well, he needs to
running
win
on
this
fumes.
Yeah, he needs to get this done in normal time.
Yeah, but as Kellen has pointed out, like that, the thrower is only move 5. There's a limit to what he can actually do in terms of retrieving this football. I think we'll see the pickup next. It seems like the most integral thing that's left to do. Yeah, here we go. And shows Peyton what a 2+ looks like, with a nice juicy 5. That is heartbreaking, though. I mean, this has been his go-to player all season. He's got sidestep. Okay, he might have heart attack for a second, but he has sidestep.
Yeah.
Peyton has been his go-to player all season. He's been one of the stars of the show, like a strength 4, ag 4 orc thrower. If we're having a postseason draft, he's got to be one of the #1 draft picks. But for him, of all players, to be the one who snakes the dodge. Now, as you pointed out, there was diving tackle there. It was a lot harder than it looked, but it was still, like, the fact that it was the double one just feels.
I know. It kind of
so
feels like he probably was before the match saying, "This doesn't slip now, lads," and footage of Peyton on the touchline will forever be intercut with Stevie Gerrard crying.
Yeah, that is yeah. It's okay, I'm not a Liverpool fan, I don't care. Okay, so what are Will's options now? He can base the skink with Peyton, but will require a double go for it. There's an Ag 4 blitzer, but he's in a prehensile tail tackle zone, and if he was to get to the ball, can he get there? He'd have to go through, so that would be a dodge on a 5.
Yeah, even assuming that you clear the
4,
Crocs. Yeah, it's well, yeah, he has to
dodge on a 4, dodge on a 2.
1, 2. You can go 1, 2.
I think needs must when the devil drives at this point. He is fast running out of times and fast running out of options. And if he gets the ball down, there's a good chance the ball scatters out of play, which I think Scroff is going to be very happy with if it happens. Alright. Peyton's up, and he is in with that diving tackler again. Oh, can he actually get a hit on the Crocs?
I'm not.
I don't know that he has
it's hard.
Guard.
It's too much guard.
No, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll tell. We called it. 5-4. Go for it. He has the hit.
No
he
tackle.
Has the block.
He blocks him down. He blocks him down.
Exactly what he needed. He's gonna go straight down, and the ball. He's caught it.
Oh
He's
my
absolutely
gosh!
Caught it.
Wow. Well. Okay, okay, so this Saurus can be cleared pretty easily.
It was 4+, 2+, 2+, 2+. It wasn't as bad as that, Caleb. But yeah, it was still pretty bad. Let's leave for 2 seconds. Yeah, you can't take your eye off this game. It has swung back and forth time and time again. Well, critically, though, armor not broken on that skink, if I'm not mistaken.
That's not helping him free up this Saurus, because now he's got 2 on him. Still, I mean, clearable.
I think.
There's a push there.
Yeah,
chain him off.
Yeah, he needs a hit from. Well, is that the right way to go?
I don't know.
Do you just hit that guy off with the Saurus? Tough to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's a double go for it with the Saurus. A double go for it, and you don't have. You've only got 1 reroll. You've got Loner.
It looks like 1 go for it to me.
It was 4, 2, 2, 2 because that second dodge was with Ag 4 into an empty square, but.
Yeah, because he should be able to get a push here. Pushing 1 square down. Ooh.
Oh, huge! So even if Will does score now, which, I don't know, the odds are looking better.
The Apo's gone for Will, isn't it?
The casualties are starting to take a real toll.
Gone. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you hit with this,
it is a rookie though.
Yeah,
but that doesn't matter. You're re-rolling both downs anyway because that player has block. So
I was also wondering why he chained through that instead of pushing this Saurus one step forward.
Maybe I don't know. Hard to say.
Here gets the GFI.
He's got him. He's
Gets
got him.
him.
Now, do you go into the end zone?
No, yeah, well, I don't know.
Oh my God! It is
Wow.
all coming up Scroff. What
Wow.
a hit! And that is from the rookie Saurus. The ball goes out of play. It gets chucked out to the right wing.
It's just,
he could
it's
not
just
have
heartbreak.
asked for better.
Payton watching the ball fly over his head. Poor movement 5, seeing it sail into the distance. Absolute nightmare.
It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good. If your will now.
Oh, it's harsh. It's harsh.
It's harsh. Now the benefits are Scruff's not really in a position where he can recover the football.
This is
look at this. We were thinking. I was thinking this was going to be a tepid game of Armor 9 being on top, but the second half has been absolutely vicious.
Javita calling the big play. We'll see.
I think we'll see a hit here from the Crocs on the stand firm player, but I don't see any real way for Scroff to get the ball.
Crocs break tackle? No. He could go maybe put another...
yeah, he could move a square with break tackle.
Yeah, that's true.
Or the best, you can make the roll, and if you passed it up, if you roll a 6, you can always break tackle again. But I don't think so. I think we'll just see a hit on
yeah, I know.
one of these guys around him. Okay.
Should he? I mean,
wow.
Okay.
A lot of...
He's planning ahead with that GFI, obviously. Given how easy it is for Payton to dodge away from this.
It's not easy. The diving tackle.
Oh, he got diving tackle. Oh, he is given up on marking the on Payton. That's a brave move.
Again, I think he's this allergy he has to going into contact. I think dodge out. Well, we hit.
It's a lot of dice. Anything is a lot of dice.
There's a lot of dice involved here. That strength, that sword having strength 5, I think it's going to be 2 dice uphill just to get him off the ball.
Yeah.
But I think we're in that.
Yeah, I mean, push is a double push,
where,
or
yeah, like a double push is enough, and then the dirty player can dodge back, get the ball, and yeah, it's probably going to be on a 6.
Oh well, no, Payton
coming back. That means he's not planning on scoring this turn.
I mean, I don't know what plans they've got. I think
You're absolutely right, Shvide. A lot of dice needed has sort of been the theme of the second half, or at least of the last 4 turns.
He gets the power on the blodger.
He gets the power on the blodger. A stun here would be huge.
It's got at least, yeah.
Oh, he's got more than a stun. That's a KO. Whew. So, but if we even go to second half now, or go to injury time, who are you favouring?
I mean, it's 3 KO rolls, a couple of skinks and a croc and a saurus. If you get a skink and a saurus back, given the fact that you ain't getting these guys, it's a 1 dice, and he gets the crocs.
1 dice, sir.
With the blockless black orc.
Okay.
To get the push, is it? He wanted to get the stand firm.
Which he won't use. Alright, that's to get the assist to make this hit now a 1 dicer to clear off the strength 5 player. I feel like he's making a lot of rolls to make 1 roll slightly easier. Like, he's making a lot of 1 dice blocks.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a reroll anymore.
Just to make the pickup on a 4 rather than on a 3. I mean, it
he
removes the dodge
reroll
as well, but
yeah.
it's damned if you do, damned if you don't here. And I certainly don't like blocking with unskilled players. That's... I don't know if you can hear that. That was a shudder gun in my spine at the thought of blocking with a player without block at this stage of the league. We're in the finals of season 3, people.
Well, people, yeah, but players die, don't they? I mean, it's, you know.
I think all we have left is, so it has to be a blitz.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Gets the POW.
Right.
And then we're going to see a pickup from the blitzer?
Yeah, he can't throw it though, because he's blitzed. So
no, I mean the blitzer player. The
yeah.
Mighty
Splasher.
Blow stand firm thing. Okay.
I mean, there's a Saurus waiting. Strength 4.
Again, it's a skillosaurus though, so.
Yeah, well, yes, that's true.
Are we going to see a pass? It's going to be on a 3, caught on a 2.
Well, yeah.
I'd rather have the ball in the hands of a blodger right now.
Oh, nope.
I failed the catch.
2 up. Payton is having a nightmare.
Payton is having a mare, an absolute mare. Sub him off. Sub him off. No, obviously we can't. What do we do here now?
Yeah. So, you know, I'm getting big time Cristiano Ronaldo expensive paperweight vibes. You know, he's over the hill, but they can't leave him on the bench because he cost them too much money.
If he pushes him 1 square to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would mean he'd require multiple go for it to score. So I'm expecting to see a block, and a push is actually fine because it'll leave him in a tackle zone, the ball in 2 tackle zones.
Yeah, I mean it's. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, he gets a double POW.
Just absolutely POW the shit out of him. Yeah, that's fine too. Now stay on the ball, or go in front of the.
I think he has to stay on the ball. I'd be tempted to put him this square so that it's just a little bit harder to go down the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. No real reason not to.
Okay, so you absolutely want to follow this up, yeah. I don't think any of those other players. Okay, so Will's path is dodge on a 4, dodge on a 3, 2 go for it to get into the end zone, and then Payton picks the ball up and then throws it to him.
Yeah.
Don't love it.
No, but can he clear? Can he?
Touchdown. If you could design one, it's not the one you'd go for. But
is there a blitz that can help him? Not really.
No, I mean you could. Yeah, no, there's just not. Everybody's in tackle zones. It's 2 GFIs. It is a pickup on a 4. It's a dodge on a 4, pick up on a 4, dodge on a 2, and then pass on a 3. He has the dodge skill and the sure hand skill, so it's not incredibly unlikely. But wow, who saw this in the first half when Scroff's we were scrambling for paths to victory for him, but now we're at I don't even want to know what the percentage of this is. This feels like a 4% play for
it's
Will.
Definitely sub 10%, right?
It's definitely sub 10%.
Somewhere floating around there.
Yeah, 4, 3, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3, 3.
Oh, really? 26% for all of that with with the built-ins and the reroll.
With the built-in reroll and the team reroll, he's failed a dodge. Okay.
Oh, well, he's.
He has to. He's adding extra drama by stopping.
I mean,
oh my god, he's made the first part.
You can't. It's turn 16. Stack them. You're not doing anything else, are you? You're not going to stop and not do them.
No, absolutely. You're definitely not making any unnecessary 2 dice blocks. So that pass is currently on a 4 unless he wants to make it go for it. He's already used his team reroll, so I think he's just gonna.
Oh.
And that's it. He failed it. He failed to pick up. And that is the game. That is game Scrofulla. I would just hit pass turn, get out with my win, and go on to the final to face Shavite. Wow, poor old Butterfingers Peyton. He had a mare this game.
Yeah, Kalon pointing out he cast a couple of skinks, which is great, but that is not what you want him for. You know, and when the crunch came down to it, he just could not find a catch or a pickup. Shavite giving out about the lack of damage. You know, I think it's more fun for there to be 2 relatively healthy teams in the final.
There is a Saurus missing next game, Shavite, I believe. Scrofulla attempted a risky APO on a player. Did he not?
No, just Taylor Swift dead.
Oh, just Taylor Swift. Oh, it's Taylor Swift. That's correct.
Yeah, which is a miss.
That's still big. That's big. It's a lot of star player points though, so it will significantly drop his cap. Will we see a 2 dice uphill try to push him into the crowd? Why bother? I would just be done. Take your win. Take your win. Yeah, so she was dead, apothecaried to miss next game, but considering next game is the final, he might as well just be dead. So yeah, that is huge.
It's been a showboating here at the end. Oh, jeez.
Oh!
Did he want the SPP? I mean, it's 62. Doesn't really. He's not going to get 10 SP or 14 SPP.
What are the casualty scores? Is it like? Can we have? So it's 2 for Will, and is it 6?
What are you talking about? The
casualty scores. 6, yeah, because there was 1 successful APO, so 6-2 to Scrofulla. That is, like, at half time, that was worlds away. Yeah. Worlds away from where we were.
Yeah, exactly. The lack of the Black Orc early on did seem to turn things. The loss of the guard and the strength.
Shavite calling for a foul on that thrower.
The turn 16 respect foul, isn't it?
Don't know if we will see it. But it is the only action left, I guess. He has done everything else he can.
I'm going for a vanity pass.
That's like 4.
To a Saurus?
You're going to pass it to. There's no other skinks left.
To a Saurus. No.
And that is that.
Scrofulla is welcome to join. I don't know. He won't be listening to this. I'll poke him on Discord. He did want to join in the last game, and I didn't see his Discord message. But I think I have his role set up.
Oh, MVP to Taylor Swift. That's the farms calling in. That's the candlelight vigil.
Yeah. Died too soon. 1 SPP away from leveling.
Always in our hearts. Always in our hearts, Taylor. Yeah, should we take a look and see if... I don't know if they've...
yeah, just give
they
me...
may not have even authenticated the game yet, but... Have a look at the star player points.
That's
Wow.
a lot of star player points. But yeah, let's have a look at the team. Nope. I'm always in the wrong place.
Oh, we have Scrofulla.
Hello, hello. Can't hear you.
We'll give Scruff just a sec to get his mic
Yeah,
sorted out.
he needs to get his head together.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I think it's my headphones were interfering with it.
That's fine. So, yeah, the big question is, how much money did you slip Peyton Orking the second there at half time for him to completely shit the bed?
Just a small amount.
It's a small amount. Yeah, definitely saw the power
Like
of
one.
Lodge diving tackle there. Just completely held him in place.
God, it did for that game anyway. Oh god.
That
Sorry,
was
collecting my
quite the
thoughts.
ding-dong battle. Quite the crazy one.
Yeah, no, seriously, like just the injuries alone were unreal.
Yeah, at halftime it was looking very different for you. I think you were down to 8 players for the start of the second half with 2 KOs, 2 casualties. Maybe it was
I think
9.
it was 9 at least.
Yeah. And then, wow. Starting with that
It was the
Troll
troll, I think we got first.
failing
Yeah.
his regeneration, and that was just... I feel like that was Paul Pogba being sent off, and the rest of the players were like, well, if he's not going to try, we're not going to try either. And then it was just Orc going off left, right, and centre.
Yeah, that was it. The injury started telling. He was still pretty close to scoring, and I mean, even just diving tackling on agility 4 isn't all that great. But yeah, being able to just outbash him in the second half really helped. Like he was doing a good job of keeping me off, pushing me away. I just didn't have the players to kind of do anything but hunker down and hope for some Kaz. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, we were trying to figure out if he was going to try and score twice in the second half, or just secure the ball, score 1, and then try to go for extra time. In the end, it kind of looked like he was going to try to score early, but you were able to stymie that approach, and then he was just out of position.
Yeah, that was it. And I was kind of hoping I could get away with my Ag 4 and maybe level him up, but it wasn't to be.
There was that massive scrum in the middle of the pitch about halfway through the second half. We were reminded of jumpers for goalposts and kids playing football, just everybody in a big scrum around midfield.
Well,
you managed that really well, though.
What?
You were able to manage that situation really well.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad with the strength 5 and the amount of guard I have. I could just kind of hunker down, keep getting the 2 dice blocks, and hope for the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was kind of there thinking, I'll just play for for overtime now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was definitely a point.
I'll get a 1-turn touchdown or something with my remaining skinks.
Yeah, there was definitely a point where you were. Yeah, once Taylor. Oh, can we talk about Taylor?
Yeah, I shouldn't have vapoed her. I really shouldn't have. I was just like, I want my 1-turn touchdown, but
exactly,
no.
and that's like, it's such a weapon. Like you can still do a 1-turn touchdown without her, but she makes it so much easier. We were talking that there's going to be some candlelight vigils. People will be tweeting, Taylor, we love you. I noticed. I think our fans called in, got her the MVP for the match as well. So.
Yeah, I think the social media has just exploded. Crying teenagers.
Cancelled in the morning.
Jinx from the next game, and neither of them are going to be called Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So I think there was only one point where we were a little uncertain as to whether it was the best joined up kind of play. And I'm trying to think now, because I've been in and out of this commentary. Was it the second half of the first drive where the Orcs had 4 turns? Is that right, Wonderboy? When moved a
Yeah.
couple of Saurus and a Skink forward to threaten him as he failed his 1 in 9 pickups, and they got stuck a bit in between.
Aggressive. I should have just sent the skink forward and just kind of went, yeah, if you fail again, I'll give a go of picking it up and running it in, you know?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we
go
did
all in.
feel like that the way it went, he was a little unlucky after you stranded those guys there to not score. But I mean, you did what you needed to do to make him roll dice. But it was interesting. So if you do listen back to it, you know, we were scratching our heads a little. I think it's fair to say. It's always easier for everybody watching.
Yeah, I was a bit too aggressive. I should have only sent like one Saurus forward and kept maybe the tackle guy back or something like that. But well, sometimes you are a bit aggressive and you regret it afterwards. But sure, what are you going to do?
So any
I'm a
plans?
regretful
Like, I
style
think Shivite
player,
said
you know
he's
what I mean?
already. Oh, sorry, Shivite said he's already left the chat, so you're free to talk tactics.
No, well,
Any
he will.
plans?
He will watch it again.
Oh, okay. Maybe keep it to yourself then.
Yeah,
that
we
is
can
going to
talk
be
about
a
it
hell of a
after
final.
the
One
final.
tactic I was really thinking of was taking Juggernaut on the Saurus who levels, but I was just like, oh, he's a guard guy. He's normally just stuck there. He's not going to get out to use Juggernaut. Like, it'd be handy to still be able to do the 1-turn touchdown, but now Taylor Swift's dead. I'm very glad I didn't take Juggernaut.
That absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
everybody
there's also
had.
still up on a skink, is there?
Yeah, you've got Twig leveled.
Oh, yeah, just roll the normal. Thinking.
Well,
Oh,
you don't
besides-
have to decide right now. You can think about it, but it's. I mean, both teams, yours and
Doesn't make
Chivite's,
like-
both teams pretty healthy, all things considered.
Yeah, the team's looking pretty good. I'll probably buy a couple of skinks going in because, well, 2 skinks is about the same value as Taylor Swift. So, give me a bit of a bench.
Yeah, and are you going to be the underdog? Do you think?
Oh, I don't
Well,
know.
I think based on Shivite's league performance, are we talking about team value?
Team value.
Or
Team value.
I think
Value.
Shivite's team has peaked at about 2k, but he may have suffered some injuries. Let me take a quick look
He's
here.
1950 at the moment.
Yeah, he's 9. Yeah.
With a skill, a couple of skills to go. He'll probably fire that zombie, I guess. Gorgeous.
More than like.
Well, he
no,
has.
that's his.
That's his ability player. I know. He's very
Yeah.
attached to him.
Yeah, and he
quite
is
bloaty
very
right now,
very
though, so-
yeah. He might. I doubt it. He
would
has
be
also
surprised
promised to take the father. It's not Len, is it? It's another guy. He's promised to take one of the high elf
Bishop Jordan.
priesthood.
Oh, Bishop Jordan.
Bishop
yes.
Jordan.
Died in the semi-final.
But he might decide that was the joke because you know it's all well and good.
Yeah.
It's all
End of
well
the
and
day,
good making a
it's
joke.
about-
And
it's about
yeah, no, well, 1790 and so he's 1950. I mean, even with a couple of skinks, I think you'll be a little under.
No, he's got a lot in the treasury as well, so I think he's going to be like more like 1850.
Hmm. Okay,
Couple
well,
of
I
skins.
guess
Well,
yeah.
it should be about the same. I don't think he's going to be able to cheese it too much. I want to say. Can always fire a skink if I don't need him.
And do you know who's home and away for that? I don't know.
We don't know yet.
It's going to be a roll on that, is it?
Yeah. Don't know.
Yeah, because do you have a referee? You don't have any upgrades.
I have
sandwich
just one that
kiosk.
stops like throw a rock and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Okay, well, it'll be interesting. I mean, obviously, he'll be hoping to win the home roll and get the referee rest area. Very much plays into his strengths.
I don't know. I mean, I think you failed as much as
Well,
as
yes.
much as Will did, and you still had your bribe at the end of the match. So I think you've proved yourself more than capable of putting the boot in when needed to.
Well, I couldn't do it much in the second half. I just didn't have the players available to do it. I needed them all to do other things, but you know, if given the opportunity, I'll foul away.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh well, thank you for joining, Scruff.
make good
Congratulations.
Thanks very much, guys. I'll probably watch the replay back. I made a couple of errors. Like I do think that Apple was a mistake. should have.
We didn't call it out as so. I think that it was pretty obvious why it was worth a chance. You know, these things aren't entirely emotional, but there's always a little bit of emotion if we want to be human about it. You know,
it feels like a lifetime ago, but Bomber Dribblesnuff's impact on the first 3 turns was insane in that game.
He was unbelievable. I was like, what the hell am I going to do about this? Just score. Just get rid of him.
Yeah, I was like, I think he's actually going to be happy to score here just to see the back of that guy.
There's nothing I could do. Like, he was just tearing my team, like tearing holes in my team. I couldn't defend the ball.
I've never seen 3 passes from Bomber caught.
It's weird just not catching it as well. It was like, what are you doing, lads?
Absolute insanity. What a match. Okay.
Thanks a lot for the commentary, Wonder Boy. I really appreciate it because obviously.
Anytime, man. You know I'm here.
Well, we'll all be in for the final. Hopefully, we'll all pile in and do a big joint one together.
We'll let Caleb
okay.
regenerate his vocal cords.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to be drinking honey and recovering. Because not a lot. I don't know. We'll see what the turnaround's like, but it's been pretty fast so far. So we'll be keeping our ears to the ground to when the final happens, and hope to see as many of you there as you can make it. Thanks, and good night, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Good night, lads.